This is NBC2 News, live at 5.
Welcome back. Hard to believe it's time to talk about year-end tax deductions, and tax expert Andy Stadler is with us today. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Elise.
Well, there's a lot to cover, and we're going to be talking again in about 20 minutes on some other topics. But let's get started here with, of course, that new extended tax bill we had heard so much about in the news coverage.
Actually, the bill getting passed was a great tax deduction, tax relief for United States citizens. They were looking at the largest tax increase in U.S. history. So a lot of things that got passed, which was like the college tax credit, the child tax credit, the actual tax tables themselves was going to nearly double for some folks.
Wow.
So it's a big thing that they did there for United States citizens.
Now that it has been passed, I know something we're going to be talking about in about 20 minutes are some of the delays and things that are affected because of how late this bill was passed.
That is correct. Congress took their time going through it, but there will be some delays, and we'll go through the topics, give a description of each of those.
Okay, well, let's talk about some of the deductions right now. I know one of the things is mortgage interest.
Yes, you're looking at the end of the year, so you only got a couple days left, but mortgage interest, if you can itemize, is a really nice deduction. In order to make it even better for you, go ahead and make your January payment in December.
Okay.
And get a write-off that additional mortgage interest.
Oh, so you can do that. You can go ahead and
You can do that. Yes, you can. Just go down to your financial institution or send a payment in to do that. Look at property taxes. If you have not paid your property tax yet, run in and get it done by December 31st. Charitable contributions, if you're going to make a donation, definitely do that by December 31st. Auto excise tax, your license plates, your vehicles here in Indiana, you get to write that off.
Okay.
Well, if your license plates come up due for anytime between now and the next 6 months, you can go ahead and renew them before December 31st, and you get to take off that deduction now.
Okay.
So as long as you do these before December 31st, they'll
now,
give you
can
an
you still use
credits.
like if it is not in the first 6 months, can you still write off your one from this past year and just not the next year?
Whatever you take care of by December 31st, as far as actually writing the check and making the payment, then yes, you get to write it off within this tax year.
Okay, and I know earlier you had mentioned the college tuitions credit. Explain a little bit more about that.
The college tuition credit, this is where a person can get up to $2,500 of the college fees and books and other lab fees that they charge. You can get this back as a credit. This is one of those that got extended, but if you have a student going to college or if you yourself are going to school, it's called American Opportunity Credit, and it's really a big deduction. You want to make sure you get that if you're in a college environment.
Okay, and speaking of education, you were mentioning about a special deduction for teachers.
That's right. This again is one of those that got extended for educators, for teachers, basically in elementary and secondary education. They get an automatic $250 deduction that they get a write-off. As long as they spend $250 in classroom supplies, which most teachers probably spend way more than that.
Yes, I have a daughter of a teacher, and I know a lot of money is spent. So we covered a bunch of things now, but if you have any more questions for Andy, you can call his Terre Haute office at 478-2800 or the toll-free number 800-447-2015. And for more on its services, go to mywabashvalley.com. Click on our Valley Expert page, and as we mentioned, Andy will return in our next half hour with more tax advice, still a lot more to cover. So we'll get to that in a few minutes. Thank you.
Thank you.